guys, I'm Christy Vanover from Girls Can Grill. Today we are cooking with cowboy charcoal. We're gonna make some baby Hasselback potatoes. This is a fantastic side dish to go with all your favorite proteins, especially prime rib. Let's get started. Okay, so I take the baby potato and I place it right between the chopsticks. On this little skinny end, you're gonna have to be a little bit gentle that you don't go all the way through. But then once you get deeper into this potato, when you take your knife and it reaches the chopstick, it stops you from cutting and making a potato chip. So you just go all the way through. When you get to about the halfway point, give it a flip so that you don't have to try to get so close to your fingers, and just repeat. And the dimension of the slices we're going for is just about 1/4 inch. And then you can see when it bakes, it's gonna start to expand, and all of this olive oil and herbs and salt and pepper, they're gonna just ooze right on into these slices. It's gonna get nice and crispy edges, and then the potato is gonna be super soft. When we cook these on the grill, we're gonna cook them at about 400 degrees. We're gonna put them up on the upper rack, so it's gonna be over indirect heat because we don't actually want to grill them, we just want the heat of the grill. And because we're using charcoal, it's gonna make them taste way better than if you were to cook these in the oven. We're gonna be using some of the garlic and onion hardwood briquettes. That's gonna make the flavor on these fantastic, and it's gonna go with the garlic that we're already using in our sauce. All right, there we go, those are ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss these all into this big bowl. And now we're gonna make our sauce. I don't really measure too much, but we do have the recipe at cowboycharcoal.com if you wanna find the exact measurements that we use. But I've got olive oil here. I'm throwing in some fresh minced garlic. I'm gonna add some coarse ground black pepper and some kosher salt, a heavy amount. It's okay if you get it on the board. That's what the board is here for. Mix that up. We're gonna go ahead and throw in some fresh herbs. You can be really flexible with this since I'm pairing these today with prime rib, and the prime rib uses thyme and rosemary. Those are the herbs that I'm going with. The easiest way to get thyme off of your stem is the direction of the leaves is pointing up. So then pull the leaves in that opposite direction and they'll come right off. And then for the rosemary here, we'll just give it a little bit of a mince. That's just gonna break out the essential oils a little bit for us. We'll throw that right in here as well. So as you can see, we've got everything nice and mixed up here. Now we're just gonna pour this right on top of the potatoes. And then you're just gonna wanna gently toss it. Don't be too aggressive because you don't wanna break those slices off of the base. You just wanna get it nice and coated. And once you feel that everything is coated, you can throw them on the grill. Okay, we've got the grill all fired up with some cowboy charcoal, garlic and onion hardwood briquettes. We got it set to 400. Let's get these potatoes on. You can see we've already got a prime rib going in here. Be sure to follow our other cowboy charcoal recipes to get that full recipe. We're gonna place these on the upper rack so they're cooking over indirect heat. Be sure to look at the side that you sliced. That's the side that's gonna go up. These are gonna take about 30 minutes to cook. And if you time this right with the prime rib, we're at the stage of the prime rib where we've got about 30 minutes left on the grill as well. So everything will be cooked at the same time. All right, we're gonna close this down, but I wanna give you a tip. Be sure to save all this goodness. There's no cross-contamination because we're just cooking with vegetables. We're gonna use this later to pour this right on top of those potatoes, giving it even more flavor. All right, the potatoes have been on for about 30 minutes. It's time to check them. The surefire way to know that a potato is done is to use your thermometer. I like to go for a temperature of 205 to 210. Let's give them a check. Perfect. This is how you know that they're gonna be amazingly tender. All right, you remember that sauce that we kept? We're gonna throw the potatoes back in here. And in addition to the sauce, we're gonna drizzle on some melted butter for added flavor. And then be very gentle so that you try not to break them, and scoop up some of that garlic, olive oil, and herb sauce. All right, take a look at this, guys. These are the layers that we created using those chopsticks earlier on. It's almost like eating a baked potato chip because you get all these little pieces and all of this oil and butter and herbs slides right in there. It's nice and crispy and it has a touch of that garlic and onion hardwood from cowboy charcoal. They're gonna be delicious. Let's platter them up. All right, these potatoes are ready to serve up. They are super tender. Remember, we cooked them to that 210 or so temperature. That's gonna make them buttery soft inside. Plus they're a little bit crispy because we cooked them at that 400-degree temperature over indirect heat. If some of them fall apart, you know what, that's okay. And this is the sauce that just keeps on giving. All of this garlic and herbs. We're just gonna drizzle it all right on top. Again, it's just gonna get in between those little crevices. You don't have to use it all, and honestly, if you want to save some of it for your prime rib to drizzle it on that, it's going to be delicious as well. This prime rib has the same types of herbs and seasonings, so it's a perfect match. Just to finish things off, we'll hit it with just a bit of fresh sea salt. There you go, guys. These are the baby Hasselback potatoes. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and find all the recipes at cowboycharcoal.com. I'm Christy Vanover with Girls Can Grill. Until next time, keep cooking with Cowboy.